Hey, Bodo, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. A sunny
Great.
day outside. Hope you're doing also fine.
Oh, definitely. I was just coming back from a running an hour or so, but it nearly killed me. So I'm glad sitting here now inside of the office, and it's quite okay right now. And I'm quite excited to talk today with you about a nice topic, right? What we came up with.
Fine. So let's start.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you have any questions?
Yeah, of course, I have lots of questions, Bodo. Lots of questions for you. Yeah, now it's summertime, and I hope all our viewers are enjoying the summer right now as well. And summertime, for me at least, is decision time. Yeah, so what do we do? Do we invite our friends for a barbecue tonight, or do we just chill out at the bar, or whatever we can do? All the decisions we can do. So why don't we talk about decision making and maybe any cool tips from your side on how we can optimize our decision making progress and process. What do you think?
Good idea. Decision is sometimes hard, sometimes easy.
Yeah.
It always depends. Sometimes, the environment is setting your mood and issue you are thinking about to decide.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess often the best way would be to listen to your heart.
To your heart. Okay. So not so much in your brain. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. First your heart, and then you should rethink what your heart is telling you, if
Okay.
it's still a good idea or not. But don't think too much. If you think too much, you will end up in redecide.
Okay. Let's say today we have, what is it, 31, 32 degrees, at least here in Frankfurt.
That's around that.
Maybe similar in Stuttgart. So what about how could I make the decision a good decision, which I won't regret later on, what to do tonight? So having a spontaneous party, inviting people, or working more, or spending the night, the day with my wife, or what do you suggest?
I suggest that you can decide whatever you want. It
Mm-hmm.
still ends up how you come into action then. If you decide to work a little bit more at home or your office, isn't a bad idea. Just depends how you decide to do it. If you are really wanted, really deep in your heart that you want to work from home, that's fine. And then start doing it and start enjoying it.
You start
If you
enjoying it. Yes, you're right.
If you start regretting your decision during your work, then you're done. Then you should stop it.
Right. That reminds me, it's funny, Bodo. That reminds me, last weekend or 2 weeks ago, I went on a seminar, and actually our trainer was Ajahn Brahm, yeah. And on the question how we should take decisions, he answered, and I will never forget that, yeah. It's very simple. How you make a decision, you just toss the coin. Say what? Tossing the coin, right? And say, what do you mean, right? And then yeah, he said if you have just two alternatives, right? Then you toss the coin, whatever it comes up. This is the decision you take. But this is just the first part. And the second part, he then explained, because I was very confused. What the hell? Yeah, doesn't make any sense. When he explained, yeah, once you have made the decision, because the coin told you what to do, then you're feeling, and that was your saying me, right, Bodo? You feel what your heart is telling you. And you say, well, this doesn't feel so well. Let's do 2 out of 3. Yeah, and you toss it again. And well, this is a very effective, actually process to come to a decision. And I guess the very same thing you are saying.
That's right, and it works in a perfect way. Have you ever tried it?
I tried it after he explained it to me. Yeah, I tried it. It's pretty amazing because it's so simple. Yeah, but then again, if you really listen to your feelings and not just in being in your head, it helped a lot. You really, yeah,
I try it very often,
yeah,
also with others, also when my wife and myself trying to decide what we are going to do, and we have, for example, two alternatives.
right,
We can throw the coin. Say,
really,
okay,
yeah,
alternative one is the upper side, alternative two is the other side, and then when one side comes up, we ask ourselves, is it fine with me? If
Yeah.
yes, let's start. If not, okay, let's take the other one.
Okay, yeah. I'm just thinking,
Start acting.
I'm just thinking how many decisions actually we are taking every day. And I read a statistic which is unbelievable. And maybe you can give some insights on that, Bodo. That maybe we can, before I disclose that, let our viewers here or just imagine or guess how many decisions every single adult takes every day. Huh? So
that
think about that. Yeah, you know the answer. I know the answer, but it's amazing. Yeah, and
decisions
yeah.
where you are aware of and decisions where you are not aware of, right?
It's actually, and then when you disclose the figure in a second, it's both, right? And it's the large decisions, what to do, right? What to do with my career and how to approach any specific goal, but also the very, very tiny decisions. And Bodo, this is unbelievable. Please give me some more ideas here. I heard the decisions we take on average every single day is 35,000, which is quite an impressive number.
It's quite an impressive number, that's correct. But if you think about it more deeper, then the number becomes clearer.
Okay.
Every decision, there are really a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
Am I going to the shower or not? So that will be the first decision. Or in
Right.
the morning. Or do I stay up, stand up or not?
Yeah.
Stay in the bed, get up, brush my teeth, in which way, what am I going to eat?
Right.
So really a lot of decisions. Most of them you are not aware of.
Uh-huh.
You really decide instinctively. Your body is telling you what you should do.
Yes.
And I think that the minor part is the part where you are aware of what you are going to decide.
I guess it's very important that we are not aware of every single one of the 35,000, because if we would, I mean, what a life would that be? Taking consciously 35,000 decisions. I mean, yeah, that's a good explanation.
Right. And I think one important point is that sometimes making a decision can take a lot of time.
Oh, yeah.
If you would need to decide each of those 35,000, the day will not be enough 25 hours.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Right.
true.
So if you, for example, if you have to throw a coin,
Yeah.
each decision
No. Just how long do I need for one? 10 seconds? So let's have a look. It's 350,000 seconds.
less than 10 seconds, less than a second.
Yeah, but I need to make up my mind. What does it mean if what kind of side comes? So about
I think most of that those decision-making process in your body becomes or starts as a process in your younger days, and it becomes a routine.
a habit. Yes. Yeah.
For example, if you can remember when you was a baby, am I going to the bathroom or not? The restroom.
Well, do you remember? I have.
Not that, when you observe some younger kids,
Yes.
they start to think about, am I going now because I should go?
Yeah.
Or should I play still with my toys?
Of course. Yeah, I remember.
So
Yeah.
it's a really irrational process at that time, but it starts to become a routine.
Yeah. But it's interesting. I mean, yeah, things become a routine and a habit, but at least for me, some decisions are really, really easy for me. Split second, and I decide consciously or unconsciously. You're right. Some others, and you also said that, are pretty tough to make. And maybe you can give us some ideas on what makes a decision tough to make, or at least for us, and what can we do to still come to a decision and not, days or weeks mingling around with should I or should I not. What makes a tough decision, and what can we do to make it easier for us?
If you have a topic and you see consequences of every possible decision, it will be easier for you to decide what you should do.
Right.
If you have a topic where you don't see all consequences and you fear maybe some consequences, then it can get harder to decide what you're going to do.
Okay.
So, and I think one of the easiest way would be to decide whatever it is without any fear and then start acting and observing what will happen.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes out that the consequences seems to appear which you are fearing,
Right.
then you can still start, okay, stop the process, start again, or do something else.
Right, taking a different decision if you
Right.
figure out it was obviously the wrong. But I would question is there the concept of a wrong decision? I'm not sure. Maybe you just take the right decisions at the time, and in the retrospective, you might figure out there have been alternatives, and you can reconsider. But I believe there is not such a thing like a real wrong decision, because there were reasons why you right now decide to do what you do. Or would you agree?
I agree totally.
Yeah.
The only person who can decide if the decision is right or wrong is you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. Yeah. But
And if you say this one is wrong, then you have to look at the data you have to really validate the decision.
yes.
Is the data enough or not? What do you have? And then you can still decide is it right or wrong.
Right. I'm just listening to you, and I'm just thinking about. It's so funny. Do you know this Marshmallow-Test? Have you seen or read about this in terms of
Yeah.
taking decisions? This
I
is
saw the
amazing.
video on the marshmallow decision, and that's really interesting. When you see kids sitting in front of a marshmallow, and you gave the kids the option to have another marshmallow, and they are able to wait 15 minutes
Yeah,
without touching the marshmallow.
exactly. So I think that these kids have been 4 years old, right? And
Just one there.
yeah,
And then you have, in the end of that test environment, you have two groups, one which were able to resist, and the ones, which is a majority, which were not able to resist.
I mean, picture that. You are 4 years old and you have a marshmallow and you can eat it right away, or you can wait 15 minutes. I mean, how many kids would really wait 15 minutes to get two? Yeah.
Right, and then, what the people did is also then to re-evaluate the whole test after several reviews. I think the kids then were just around 80, around then,
Yes.
that age. And then it's just funny to find out how they developed those two different groups.
Exactly.
The ones which were not able to resist were the ones which are more or less normal school and everyday work.
Yeah.
And the ones which were able to resist, these have been the ones which were successful.
Yeah, and I've read the numbers and I couldn't believe it. But then several different tests have approved it lately. So I think, if I remember correctly, these two groups, the one group, I think it was just 3 or 4% of all the kids who can actually delay these gratification and wait these 50 minutes. But the 3%, and it's unbelievable, the 3% are more successful in terms of income and their overall happiness factor than the rest of the 97% of the group B together. And this was blowing my mind. I said, oh my goodness, yeah. So in terms of taking a decision, this is actually a tough decision. If you do it with 4 and you mess it up, look what's happening then 15 years later. So it's amazing.
Exactly. I think one amazing point is also that what is the ability those kids have which resist?
Yes.
And the psychologist found out that the ability is discipline.
Yeah.
Those people in the age of 4 had enough discipline to say, okay, I wait for 50 minutes, and I will get another one.
Exactly.
And I could imagine that the other ability is that these people were still in the position that they can think about what the consequence of their action will be.
Right.
So I think that's really interesting, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, but what could we learn as adults from such a simple test like the Marshmallow-Test, like delaying gratification, taking decisions, and yeah, of course, the connection between our decisions and who we are and our values and beliefs and all that? What can we learn from this simple test?
I think one would be to have discipline.
Oh yeah?
So if you decide about something, just decide,
Yeah.
then start acting, do it,
Yeah.
do it with a lot of discipline, and do not rethink the decision. What
Yeah.
you could do is observe what will change in your environment, but not rethink or try to redecide.
So sticking to your decision once you made it until you see the first results. That's what you're saying, right?
Right.
So yeah, this is very good advice. Yeah.
And for doing that, you need discipline.
Yeah. Okay. So I have this discipline and I take decisions, tougher decisions, right? We talked about that. How do I know, Bodo, if this decision is right? So I take today, let's make something up. I will work on one of my business goals and spend even 10 hours more a week because it seems to be important for me. I make the decision, yes, I commit to goal A. How do you know if the decision is right? And what about the opportunity costs that I'm obviously missing out on another goal or on another decision, which I'm actively not pursuing right now?
Coming from an overall picture, I would say, as long as you enjoy doing that after you make the decision,
Right.
that will be it. Because you will not be able to go back in time to redesign. So if you first decide for option A and you will decide for option A later in time,
Yeah.
it will never be the same because our environment already has changed.
Yeah, okay.
So as long as you are enjoying it, what you are doing, that's fine.
So again, this is how I feel, right? I'm enjoying it.
Right.
I'm feeling good. I'm connected to my heart or to my stomach telling me, okay, it works pretty well. I'm feeling good. What you said in the beginning, Bodo, then it's the right decision?
Right, that is what I would say.
Okay, okay. Very nice. So, well, there are so many things in decision making, yeah. But just today, in this very short video we are taking here right now, Bodo, we talked about, what are decisions, tough decisions, easier ones. That we have 35,000 decisions every day, but obviously we are not aware of all of them, and they're not cognitively and consciously made, right? What else did we covered?
So I think, when we're talking about decisions, it's now a lot more information, some more information from psychology, and I think the easiest way to understand it is just to try it out.
Yes.
What we talked about, listen to your heart. You start acting, be disciplined to go for it, or start working it. Then it is a good idea, and you really understand it. You do it. Just try it several times.
Yeah.
And listen to it, and then ask yourself, how do I feel about it?
That's a great advice and a great takeaway, I think. If you just take this away from today, actually not only doing decisions in your mind cognitively, but listen to your heart, right? And have the discipline to follow through and always look how you feel or feel what's going on. And then you might redecide, but nothing is forever, right? So if we do really the wrong decision, if there's something like that, well, we change it.
Correct.
Excellent. Then Bodo, thanks so a lot today for your insights, sharing with us with regard to the decision making. And with that, I hope you out there, you enjoyed what we talked about. If you have any questions, drop us an email. You will find all the contact details on our page. And we're happy to learn from you what other topics, of course, we might cover in one of our upcoming podcasts/video series this year. Until that, live life full. Cheers.
Have a nice day. Bye.
So, dann machen wir mal Stopp.